I only had one glass of wine, that's it. I was perfectly okay to drive. I was just afraid that I'd be breathalyzed because I hit the guardrail.
Yeah, usually not a problem unless you have a blood alcohol level you are hiding.
Well, I would have sucked it up and dealt with it if I was the only person who would have been affected by it.
Well, you had Phoebe to think of.
God knows how a DUI would affect the chances of Chase and me ever adopting.
You really weren't aware that the other car had crashed?
No, I wasn't, I swear. Look, after I swerved and hit the guardrail, I didn't hear anything. So I was running on pure adrenaline. I was just focused on driving and concentrating on not crashing.
And when did you actually realize what had happened?
Yesterday, we welcomed Phoebe home. Chase mentioned Curtis and Jordan's accident.
You really couldn't have known?
No, absolutely not. I definitely would have stopped and helped.
I know you would have. That's the kind of person you are.
I just can't stop thinking about it. And how badly Jordan was hurt. I should have stopped just in case. I mean, Jordan could have died. Which is why I'm gonna go to the police. And I am going to tell them everything.
No, you're not gonna do that.
Concluded that it was a single car accident.
Okay, maybe there wasn't a collision, but there was another vehicle, which means there was another driver. Have you looked into that?
According to your statement, the other driver didn't cause the accident.
But that other car saw us before the crash and possibly after. But they took off and they just left us there for almost an hour. I barely got Jordan out of that car before it blew up. And even after the explosion, you know, it may end up making a difference for Jordan. Thank God she'll live. It's gonna be tough.
So what you're saying is Jordan's injuries were made even worse because the other driver failed to render aid and fled the scene.
Exactly. I don't understand how someone could just look the other way when another person's in danger.
We're not going to the police.
I have to.
With what result?
If I go to the police, there will be a full investigation, and it will show that I am telling the truth.
Brooklyn, the truth is, you got behind the wheel of a car after drinking and hit a guardrail at full speed and kept going.
Okay, but I didn't know there was a reason to stop.
Okay, well, they might believe you, but Child Services will be here in about 1 minute after charges are filed, and the odds of you and Chase adopting just got shot to hell.
Okay, then I won't mention the drinking. Look, the fact that I was legitimately panicked after hitting a guardrail and then rushing to see my son perform in front of an audience for the first time in almost a year, I mean, that's the truth.